Welcome back.
Welcome.
I didn't even change.
I said back.
We
I
all
just
look
stayed
different.
here. Huh?
Yeah, we're pre-recording because it's the holiday. Sorry, we're wearing the same clothes, Brian.
The
we're
funny
not
thing
fooling
is,
anybody.
It's a badass dress. I could wear this however many days I want.
we're calling it out.
Man,
I mean,
this is
who
an
really
intervention.
tracks?
You need to stop wearing that. You've been wearing that for a week nonstop.
That's true. I guess like Ryan wearing the same clothes over and over again.
That's
is
not
that could
surprising
be
at all.
anybody.
Yeah, nobody would notice.
Like, I have a rotation of like 6 shirts. Sometimes it
your
comes up
maroon
again.
shirt and your green shirt are your only nice shirt.
Maybe that's your favorite shirt of the
Black
week.
one.
Maybe that's your favorite shirt of the year.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice segue.
And speaking of your favorite shirt of the year, maybe we could talk about our favorite Game Club games of the year.
Dun, 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 dun,
Hey.
dun, dun.
Should we have like a favorite and least favorite?
Oh, I have my.
Well,
Sure.
I
I
think his
think-
least favorite's probably going to be spread between like 2 titles, maybe.
I'm ready to display my
All right.
favorite game of the year.
Okay, hold on.
She's got like
got
a
a
whole
list of all we have a list of we played a lot
Okay.
of games this year, so
Okay.
I didn't actually realize how many Game Club games we've gone through. We started the
Maybe 52?
we started doing this.
No, we've done it less than a year, though.
This not quite. Yeah, we're closer to that than I expected though.
Oh.
We started doing this show almost like as a joke because we just really wanted to make Ryan play Hatful Boyfriend.
So
and-
that's how it started.
That's how most shows here at Rooster Teeth start, as someone just wanting to torture Ryan.
Or somebody, yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Well, we've got plenty more options we can do that with. But we played a lot of games. We played Hatful Boyfriend. That was the first one. Valiant Hearts. Tragic.
So good.
The Cat Lady. You guys remember that
Yeah.
one? Katawa Shoujo. Limbo. Brothers. Child of Light. Don't Starve Together. Gone Home. Crypt of the Necrodancer. Ori and the Blind Forest. Contrast. Long Live the Queen. Shovel Knight. This War of Mine. Spooky's House of Jump Scares.
Oh, I got my
60
favorite.
seconds. Sunset, The Unfinished Swan, Hot Date, Massive Chalice, From Dust, Bastion, Spec Ops, Rocket League, Hotline Miami, Vanishing of Ethan Carter, Papers, Please,
Oh, another good one.
Westerado, You Must Build a Boat, Thomas Was Alone, The Stanley Parable, Tower of Guns, Undertale, Shantae and the Pirate's Curse, Dust and Elysian Tale, Fez, and our most recent Game Club, Guacamelee. So we've played like 38 games for Game Club.
It's a lot of games.
A lot of good ones.
In considering my selection of the year, I only went with games that Game Club introduced me to because I felt like that was the best way to really measure whether or not I loved a game. And I went with Long Live the Queen. I love this damn game. I played it for weeks afterward. I made my mom play it. It was a great game. I still go back to it all the time.
Gus
That
was
was a
saying
good game.
That on Twitter, someone just suggested that we play Long Live the Queen for Game Club.
Yeah, well, let's do it again.
Yeah. That was a surprisingly difficult game.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's because it was presented as a visual novel, which gives you certain expectations of what a game is or what it would be like. But in fact, it's kind of a strategy game,
It is.
and it's also like a guess until you survive game.
I love that. You know,
There's
we
like-
just showed some gameplay. Gameplay was indistinguishable
It's
from a
just a screen.
screenshot.
Yeah.
It's like you can't
Now
tell.
There
there's
they
a,
go.
there's a
There's
cursor
the-
moving.
yeah.
and someone's just going ape shit. And
Learn. Learn, Queen.
Yes, Queen, yeah.
Look, she's getting herb knowledge and battlefield medicine.
I remember
Neither of those are going to help.
what initially sold me on this game was somebody described it as Game of Thrones meets anime or something like that.
That's
like
a good
anime.
description.
Yeah. I was like, the only word I could fill in for you here is anime.
Yeah,
And
I was trying to, like I was
glad you chose.
Yeah, I was initially feeling like it was like that crossed with some other specific property, but I'm pretty sure it was just
Anime.
anime.
It was great. I thought the game was really, really fun. It definitely took me by surprise how hard it was, how easy it was to replay it, how into it you immediately got. It looked so overwhelming when you started, and then immediately, once you get the mechanic, you know, I need to do this, I need to do that, and I just really got into it. It was something that I felt like I went back to a lot.
Yeah, I cheated like a little bitch.
Fair enough.
I was like, what are the paths that will, like, after I died so many times, I was eventually like, what are the paths that will get me to survival? And I was like, Jesus, this is complicated. Okay, what? Are you serious? That's a thing? And went through it. And then I felt like I got to the end, survived, and I was like, I did it all by myself.
Yeah. No, I
I
remember.
clicked the buttons unknown.
I remember when you were doing that for Game Club, and I think someone else had looked. Was it Gus? You were doing like a walkthrough or something. Somebody was doing a walkthrough, and I refused to do it. So when we did the Game Club episode, I still hadn't beat it. I'd only died because I was so stubborn. And then I went back into the room, the streaming room here, and I finally got an ending. And it was like I was chained to the sea forever. I had to go every year to like re-up my
The Kraken,
purse.
yeah.
Yeah, on the Kraken. But I still considered it a win. That was still good.
Hey, the Kraken didn't eat everybody.
Look,
Yeah.
a lot of people like living on the coast.
Yeah, and
That's looking at it
well,
on the
and then
bright side.
I got attacked by another kingdom who noticed that I was going for the Kraken, but my navy skills were so high that I defeated him and I had an empire.
So you killed millions, but you did stop the
Yeah,
Kraken
fuck
from
that guy.
coming
He
out.
attacked me.
Yeah.
It's fair.
Kill or be
Yeah.
killed.
Yeah.
You've done some Long Live the Queen cosplay, right?
Yes, I did cosplay as Elodie from Long Live Queen. I did her military outfit. And I want to do that ball gown so bad. It is so cute.
That's a taffeta.
And I was surprised, actually, we did a know-it-all episode the week that we did Long Live the Queen in Game Club, and I used Elodie in the thumbnail. And so many people were like, fuck you, I thought Long Live the Queen 2 was coming out. Like, I didn't realize how many people saw her as, like, a recognizable figure. I really didn't. I underestimated the game's popularity, for sure.
Yeah, it's a game that we were recommended a lot when we started playing visual novels.
Yeah, we went
Like,
through
it-
we
it
went through a
was-
visual novel phase.
Now we've been in a Metroidvania phase for a while too.
It pulled,
Yeah, we
it
need
pulled,
to go back.
I gotta say, it did pull visual novels back a little bit for me because they were on a downward spiral in my
Yeah, well,
gameplay
we're-
experience.
Up until then, we had done Hatoful Boyfriend, Katawa Shouju, and maybe then Long Live the Queen.
Yeah, I
think that
think
was
Long
the
Live the
third,
Queen might
yeah.
have been the third one. So I mean, to be fair, we played those games to hurt you, Ryan.
So
So
Thank
Shoujo
you.
though was neat in that it had endings where like your roommate like threw you off the roof and like went and, like the guy who lived in the dorm with you.
It turned. I had something I was really disappointed about with Kato Shoujo. Mind you, this was a game that I loved. I actually ended up doing 2 playthroughs, but I was sad because one of the like bad endings, and I found this on YouTube. I thought this was like one of the actual bad endings. It's not. It's like a fan thing. The whole like it throws you off the roof and then it turns you into like a killer robot. Yeah, that's just a fan ending. That would have been the best actual.
It fits
bad
in
ending.
though. I think that says a lot about
Instead
the
you just
game though. That
fall
like
off
it's
the roof.
believable that could have been an ending.
It was plausible,
I mean,
right?
something
Yeah.
would finally have happened.
What? She had sex. She showed us.
I had sex.
You had sex.
Yeah.
Who'd you have sex with?
I think it was the girl that was missing a leg.
Yeah, the girl,
Oh,
that's
the
missing, the
track
girl that's
star?
missing the legs that
Yes.
immediately is like,
Umi or whatever
we
her
should
name
do
was. What was
butt
it? Emmy.
stuff.
She did go straight for the butt stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
And then
I'm
she
so into her. She was the one I would run with every day.
yeah, no, she was
was
great.
You could have done more than run.
Yeah.
She was great. I liked her a lot, but it was interesting that like she went for it because one of her best friends is like a gay dude and was telling her how awesome it was, and afterwards she's like, let's not do that again.
Oh no! The classic reaction.
Yeah, but like the more you go down each of the characters, at first you're like, yeah, what's up, kinky track star, and then you get more into her story and you're like, that's really sad.
Yeah, because they all have like a don't fuck them still sad ending, right? Like you can end up with one girl, but it's like it's like not a good ending.
Yeah, then I think the only one that you really end up with after school that you see like way later on is Lily.
Lily is
Lily is the blind girl.
blind. Okay.
Yeah. So, but that like I liked it. I thought it was a really cool game about people with disabilities like living life to the fullest and not letting any of that shit stop them. So
What do you think your favorite game of the year was?
I'm gonna go with Ori and the Blind Forest.
Oh, that was mine too.
Really? Pick
Yeah.
a new one.
You had to pick a different one.
Oh, that was a good one too.
Yeah, there are a lot of games in here that I enjoyed, and I'm really grateful actually to Game Club for introducing me to so many awesome games. There were some real stinkers too, but there were by like far and away way more fantastic games that I might never have played without the cylinder of selection. But Ori and the Blind Forest is one where the experience sticks with me, mostly because if a game can make me cry in the first 5 to 10 minutes, like I know that it's got storytelling on lock. It's gonna make me feel things. And then between the art style being beautiful, the platforming being nice and tight, and just the whole it's just such a good experience that I would love to. If there was a game I could wipe from my memory so I could go back and have that experience again, Ori and the Blind Forest would be on that list.
If you can do a platformer right and make the experience of getting from A to B enjoyable, I think that makes for a really solid game. And this Ori and the Blind Forest really nailed it, and it had the whole something that is frequently kind of absent from platformers, which is that whole kind of emotional connection, which usually platformers are very stripped down story-wise. But,
Yeah.
and the RPG elements of being able to level up, and that always is a hook for me.
Yeah, with one exception, and that is that the water level where the water's rising in the tree can go fuck itself.
It's I'm normally not a fan of platformers. I think it's my least favorite genre, but that was an enjoyable game, and like you said, beautiful art style.
Yeah.
I think I like Meg's idea that she wanted to pick a game that was introduced to her via Game Club, because otherwise, if I didn't use that, I'm just going to pick Papers, Please.
Yeah.
But I think going off using your criteria, I think my favorite game was either Spooky's House of Jump Scares or You Must Build a Boat.
Yeah, You Must Build a Boat was really good.
You Must Build a Boat was interesting because it combined, seemingly two different types of gameplay, like an RPG and puzzle game into one, and I thought it did really well. And plus, the fact I could play it on my phone, was really good. And it was cheap. It had the price point right. That's my primary complaint lots of times with Game Club games, that they cost too much. And Spooky's House of Jump Scares. Oh, there's You Must Build a Boat.
And you always win.
Yeah, you always win.
always
Even
win.
when you don't win, it's you win.
Yeah.
It's a really positive game. And then Spooky's House of Jump Scares. I don't know. I just liked the beating you down repetition in that game,
They're
and just like
insane.
the simple art style and the denial of fear for long stretches, and then just all of a sudden a stupid little ghost popping out.
I'm glad I didn't play that one. I was out. I think I was out for something that week, so I didn't even play it. And I'm glad, because I probably would have fallen for all the stupid.
Yeah, and that's what
you
was great
wouldn't have.
about it.
It's so tedious.
It's so
so
good.
tedious.
It's so good.
No.
It's so Gus.
It's awesome.
Fair enough.
Okay. Yeah, it's repetitive tasks.
It's very tedious.
Yeah.
See, here's the thing, though,
TD
like,
Gus.
I'm also very Gus. I love paperwork.
Yeah.
I love Papers, Please.
Yeah, I was thinking. I think you'll like it. I think
Yeah.
it's a good game.
Maybe try it. Maybe I'll give it a try.
You might.
Ryan?
You're scared. All right, I do have a backup.
Okay.
Unfinished Swan. Because off the same criteria, where that game was not even on my radar at all, and it had just such an interesting twist on kind of a first-person experience where you're having to sort of build the world there at the beginning. It really morphed a lot through the story, where later on it was a very different challenge, it even to the point where it left me kind of wanting to revisit some of the earlier mechanics and have them for longer. Just like being able to build the world like that, which it kind of moves away from as you go on in the story. That one, it had kind of a neat little story to it. Really, it wasn't a long game. If I remember correctly, it was maybe a little expensive for the length of
It
it.
was like $15 or...
Is that the game I got screwed on?
You didn't get on sale. Like, we both got it
Yeah.
for like $15 and you paid like $20
I think
or
so,
something.
yeah.
But
Did you
I
play
liked
with
it.
Eli?
I played some of it with Eli.
It's
yeah.
like a good game if you have kids, because it's like a story that's happening at the same time. So
The other one I played mainly with Eli was Brothers, until it got bad.
And then you were like, you
Yeah.
need to go away.
Whoa.
Enough.
but time for bed.
I think Unfinished Swan, was the only game I played for Game Club on my Vita.
Oh yeah.
Because I could touch the screen and direct where I wanted
Yeah, that's pretty cool mechanic.
the balls or the color to go specifically.
Yeah.
I have to say, I know we're not doing honorable mentions, but can I just do it? Just a quick
Sure.
Valiant Hearts. I think I forgot that
Absolutely.
we played it for Game Club until you mentioned it. Such a good game.
It's
It was
great.
something that we saw at E3 with Walt like laying down on the grave, and I was like, I'm not gonna be able to handle
Right.
this.
Second I saw the trailer, and
Yeah.
I was like, there's a dog.
I was like, I don't want to watch that dog die.
Yep, I know.
I'm not doing this.
And so it was so great. I thought the game was really great. And actually, I was just talking to Gavin about that game, and how I was thinking about the dog Walt. I'm like, I was thinking about Walt. Come over here. And I wish they would do another one. I hope that they do another. It was Ubisoft Montpellier or whatever. So I hope they do. I don't know if there's like any news on whether or not they develop another one, but
Yep, there it is.
such a good game. I think there's definitely room for improvement, but I think it was a really solid title.
Yeah, it was fun.
Absolutely, yeah.
And they've got their UB art engine, so hopefully they can knock out another one. That would be really great. I'm also going to cheat because I did play Ori and the Blind Forest before Game Club. So, Undertale.
Undertale was
Is
a
another
great
one.
one.
So,
According to
I-
GameFAQs, the best game ever 2015.
I wasn't on that episode of Game Club, but I did just finish the game twice. I did a neutral run through and I did a true pacifist run through, and I love its mechanics. The graphics, they're very simplistic. It is what it is. But like just like driving through that, being very sure not to kill anyone and figuring out what it is that I have to do for each monster to let it give up was great.
Yeah.
I just like it was so full of charm and it was really funny. I really liked the boss battles. The different mechanics that you have to get through for each of them were fantastic. Really enjoyed the story.
I think what we said when we did the game club for that was like it was almost like WarioWare. It's like all the different little mini games that pop up in those encounters.
Yeah, it did. It felt very much like WarioWare. That's the impression I took from it too. So that's my cheaty honorable mention, I
Second
guess.
pick,
That's the one that that really Game Club introduced me to.
Cool. All right. Well, I think we need to wrap up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
So
going to say
That was a
very
good
quickly,
year.
apparently the Valiant Hearts creators are not working on a new one. They're working on a different game. So
Boo. Well, we look forward to
someday.
playing that game.
Someday. Let's find out what our first game of 2016 is.
Oh,
yeah, we're picking one.
Might as well, right?
shit. I wasn't expecting this.
We were expecting-
Unexpected cylinder.
I'll pick it.
All right, do it, Gus. He wasn't expecting to play more games.
Some beanies, some beanies, some beanies.
Spooky's House of Jump Scares again.
No, put it back.
Her story.
Is her story in there?
Yeah, it is.
Oh. All right.
Uh-oh.
First game, 2016.
Spooky's House of Jump Scares.
Space Funeral? Peyton?
Space.
Okay.
Funeral.
Oh, good. I always love when it's someone here because if it sucks, you're in trouble.
Oh yeah. Well, you've just been
Hey.
looking to get out from under since sunset.
I have been trying to get out from under. Can we unanimously agree
We-
worst game we played in 2015?
Yeah.
No.
That was
No?
Had a full boyfriend.
Really?
that's Space Funeral.
Cat Lady
So
was worse.
Space
Was
Funeral
that
is an
Cat Lady?
RPG Maker
Yes.
game.
Peyton?
Is that what that's Space Funeral?
It's an indie game made with RPG. Hold on.
Okay, I'm looking.
Here you
I
go.
feel okay about this.
Do you play as a
Philip
spaghetti
and-
monster? What's
Was that
going on?
Lucy from Peanuts?
Okay.
Wait,
so,
go back.
What just happened? There was a spaghetti monster talking to.
Yeah, it totally looked like Lucy from Peanuts.
I think she even said good grief.
What are you?
Yeah. Okay, well.
So this is what we're playing
No,
next.
we're playing Space Funeral.
Here's the summary. Philip and the Leg Horse set off on a strange and deadly mission to find the legendary City of Forms from which all things in the world are derived. On their travels, they must overcome ghosts, criminals, hypnosis, lions, Draculas, cryptic letters, muscle hedonists, swamp knights, mysterious caves, blood ghouls, grotesque monsters, purple drank, and more in order
Purple
to
drank?
discover the
And
secret of
Rohypnol.
Space Funeral. It's a shortish RPG Maker 2003 game with original graphics and a soundtrack of creaky vintage electronica, an obscure Japanese noise rock, and lots of blood.
Japanese noise rock?
Oh my god. Okay, I'm looking forward to this now. I
Okay.
can't wait to listen to some Japanese noise rock.
Yeah.
That's like, what is that shitty movie genre that's like whispercore or something? What is it? Shushcore? Some bullshit.
All right, well, Space Funeral. If this game's no good, it's your Space Funeral, Peyton.
But it costs too much to shoot him into space.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Well,
Bye.
Happy New Year, everybody. We'll see you in 2016 from our game clubs.
And you can do that thing where you fucking throw them and they just spin around you. Like the guy just like kneels down and literally like two lightsabers just 360 circle him and kill everyone.
Yeah.
Like I want to see a Jedi fucking do that in the movie. Just throw my lightsaber. Even the thing that's like Darth Vader's thing at this point, like in Battlefront, where he throws the lightsaber and then
Yeah.
it comes back. Like
Yeah.
that's never been in a
Like
movie.
use it as a boomerang.
None of that
essentially.
shit's in the movies.